Alright guys, we are going to be finishing up the chapter today. We're just doing a couple problems from lesson 115, and then the bulk of our lesson or homework problems is going to be from the chapter 12 review. So I'm on page 286. Let's do a little bit on this page here. I'm on number 10. You're going to do number 9 and 11 for homework. So number 10. It says it takes more than one half of the 435 representatives to pass a bill. What is the fewest number of votes needed to pass a bill in the House of Representatives? So up above, you can look at the fractions in government and read about that. That'd be very interesting, especially if you are interested in government. But here we go, number 10. So in order for the bill to pass, I've got to have more than half of the 435 representatives to say yes to the bill. So one half of, remember what that word of means in math? It means multiplication. So one half of the total 435 votes, but not only just half of the votes, but more than half. Alright, so let's see here. That's 435 divided by 2. Let's figure that out. 435 divided by 2. Notice, it's not going to come out evenly because this is an odd number. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's figure out 1 times 2. 15 divided by 2 is 7. So I have half of 435 is 217 and a half. But remember what the question says, or the statement at the beginning of the question. It says it takes more than one half of the representatives. So what would be the fewest number of votes needed in order to pass the bill? Well, half of 435 would be 217 and a half. You can't really have a half vote anyways, but we need more than half. So how many votes would we need? The fewest number of votes they would need in order to pass that bill would be 218 votes. Because what's 218 plus 218? That's 436. So again, that would be over the amount that is needed. Number 12. It takes 2/3 of the representatives to override the president's veto. So how many votes would it take to pass a bill in the House following a veto? Well, what would be 2/3 of the representatives' vote? So let's see here which value we would need. Let's see here. Two-thirds of the 435 of the representatives. So what would 2/3 of, or multiplied by 435 be? Let's see. Is 435 divisible by 3? Can we cross cancel? 4 plus 3 plus 5, that's 12. Is 12 divisible by 3? Yes, it is. So we can cross cancel. What's 435 divided by 3? Come over here. 4 divided by 3. Let's see here. Let's figure this out. And that is 145. Again, all we did was cross cancel. Now we've got 2 times 145 all over 1. What's 145 times 2? Well, that's going to be 290. So again, it takes 2/3 of the representatives to override the president's veto. So how many votes would they need? They would need 290. Don't forget your units, or excuse me, your label. 290 votes. All right, let's move over to the chapter review. Here we go. You're going to be doing some of the evens for homework tonight, so let's do some of the odd numbers. Number 1, solve. Write an addition equation to check the answer. So 6 times 1/2. Let's solve that. That's 6 times 1 all over 2, which is equal to 3. How would I solve? by writing an addition equation? Well, I have how many 1/2s? I have 6 1/2s, so add 6 halves up. Again, this is the longer method, isn't it? We have a much faster and efficient way to solve these, but this way works just as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 2 as well, which reduces down to 3. 3 is your final answer there. All right, let's move to number 5. Number 5, it says solve and write the answer in lowest terms. So 3 times 2 3/4. What is the first thing we have to do? We have to change this mixed number to a fraction. So we can put 3 over 1, make that an improper fraction. Sorry, what did I say? We have to make this mixed number to an improper fraction. I can't remember what I said. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11, so that's 11 over 4. Now we can solve. 3 times 11 is 33. All over 1 times 4 is 4. I can leave it as that. Or I can write it as a mixed number. That would be 8 1/4. Let's move to number 9. Number 9 is 4/3 times 9. Again, if you want to make that an improper fraction, that's fine. Jaden brought up this the other day. Can we cross cancel? Well, sure. Go ahead and cross cancel. If you don't see that you can cross cancel, go ahead and multiply the numerators together. 4 times 9, that's 36. 3 times 1 is 3. 36 divided by 3 is 12. That is your final answer right there. And then number 11. This one we're going to have to change both of the mixed numbers to improper fractions before we can solve these. So 2 1/6 times 3 1/2. 2 1/6, that's 13 over 6 times 7 over 2. 13 times 7, that's 91 all over 12. Again, I can leave it as 91 over 12, or I can reduce it down to 7 7/12.